Hello. Oh my goodness. Oh no, everything got jumbled. Let's switch to the other board. Hello everyone. My name is Molly and I am your game master for tonight's episode of Tales of the Valiant into Avernus. My pronouns are she, her, as you can see in the handy little doodad down here, and I'm going to kick it to my friend who is in the mid-Atlantic. Their name starts with a T.
Me?
You!
Oh, hey! My name's Trev. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing Acra Thistlethorn, and we're gonna kick it over to Max.
Hey there, Max Valentine here, she, her, and I'm uh, your local handsome roguish dwarf, Nori, and I will pass over to Viara.
Hi there, I'm Viara, the local bear cleric or barrack Beldrin. My pronouns are any, so he, she, or they are fine. And passing it along to our lovely friend down below.
I'm Harmony. Playing Rogan Bronzepike, the wizard, orcish wizard. And I'm excited to get going for tonight.
And what are your pronouns, Harmony?
Oh, my pronouns are any pronouns.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Shifting down a long staircase, descending into the depths beneath the well-appointed bathhouse with frolicking nymphs in the garden, our party found themselves knee-deep in it. In what, you might ask? Well, for one part, dripping water from the steamy baths above, 6 inches, a foot of it, sloshing around everywhere they go. On the other half, they quickly came upon another set of doors, each dedicated to one of the gods of the dead three. Bane, the god of brutality, Mirkul, the lord of bones, and Baal, the god of murder. After deciding to pop open the door and see what's behind door one, our contestants chose Mirkul, and they got hit several times with skull-shaped flails. These haggard-looking humans and dwarves were ripped apart by the party after they refused to relent. And Rogan, looking around in a collapsed crate, was able to find a pile of books. They took these books and they walked down another hallway, this time deciding to follow the door of Bane. Quickly, they found themselves knee deep in it once more, knee deep not only in the water but in combat with a few dedicated disciples of Bane himself. After they absolutely shredded this creature with crossbow bolts and bow shots and sneak attacks and one very shocking grasp, a mage with a small group of skeletal rats snuck out and started biting at the ankles of Acra, attempting to rip flesh from bone. Alas, they were unable to. Despite Acra's best attempts to pour poison all over these creatures, they ended up finding their maker eventually. Acra, after a fireball goes off, incinerating her friend Jellica, sees the caster try to shift down a hallway and step back into the darkness. Acra, with eyes ablaze, dives down the hallway after the group, and that is where we rejoin our party for initiative. Obviously, a little bit of housekeeping here. Jenny, unfortunately, will not be able to continue the campaign with us. So it was very fun to have Jellica. It was very fun to have Jenny and Alex here while we could. And hopefully things will change and maybe they'll come back in the future. But for now, we're going forward with the 4 of us. So, my Valiants. Top of initiative is the Master of Souls, staring at this group of people who just ran down this thin, wet a dark stone hallway with pipes hanging just a few feet above his head. He scans through his spell book rapidly, trying to find something that might be of help. Rearing backwards, he will let's see here. Bop, bop, bop. He is going to go for a nice little she is gonna go for a nice little she'll cantrip and then step back? No, because you're in her face. Yeah, she's gonna cast darkness centered on herself. So a big pool, a 20-foot pool of darkness fills the area, and you can't see barely a foot ahead of you. And then so you're gonna have to do theater of the mind with me here. And so this creature will disappear. You feel them slip away. So Nori and Beldrin, you will get attacks of opportunity at disadvantage if you would like them.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's roll.
Roll some dice.
I got new dice because mine were being mean last time.
You got new dice?
Yeah.
Nice. It's important to keep your ice in interesting shapes. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're just getting started. We just rolled for a couple of attacks of opportunity. All right, what did we get?
I got a 6 plus stuff, which I don't think hits.
A 6 plus stuff?
Let's see. Its proficiency bonus is 2 and strength is 2, so 10 total.
I'm sorry, my brain shut off. Could
That's
you say
fair.
that again?
I got a 6 plus proficiency bonus 2 and strength 2, so 10 total, which I don't think hits.
10 total does not hit. Nori, anything going on?
14 for me.
14 for you, that'll hit.
Ooh.
Oh hey. Am I muted? Sorry, that's a joke for chat. So
I got
14
it.
will hit. Can we? Hey, what's up? What's up, Punchy? How you doing? So can you roll me damage for the 14?
Yes. 1d8 plus 3, so I have a 5.
A 5. All right, cool. And so even through this bubble, this thick darkness, you see you are able to kind of dive your rapier into the back of this creature as it starts to slip away from you. And so you will see. Let's see here. Let me get onto the correct map. So you will see the kind of bubble of darkness will stay just like right around you. And Akra, you'll see this bubble come up around you, and then you'll move out of it. And so you see this kind of wall of inky blackness in front of you. Let me make a Constitution saving throw to see if they hold concentration. They do not, and the darkness fades as they
Excellent.
slip away. Next up is Beldrin.
All right. So looking at the map, I can't really see where they are. I'm not sure if it's not revealed or if it's just I wouldn't be able to see from where I'm at.
What are you looking for?
Just if I have a line of sight on them, because all I see is like a tiny little half moon of the map.
Right now, you do not.
Okay.
But you know that they ran down the hall.
Okay.
In
Do I
front
know
of you.
which way?
Not
Like
past your friends.
This way?
Yeah.
This way? Okay.
Yep.
So actually about here should put me within line of sight, right?
Sure.
Then I would like to cast Guiding Bolt.
All right. I will let you cast Guiding Bolt for $5.
Wait a minute.
This is a pay for spell slots game.
Oh no.
This episode of On the Table is actually brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh no.
Hey, welcome. So happy to have you. Yeah, go ahead. Roll to attack.
Grab our subscriber code for 50 coins and a free hero on Raid Shadow Legends.
Does
All
a
right,
17 hit?
17 definitely hits.
All right. Then let's see.
I have a
that
feeling that
is-
we are quite muted tonight as far as things go.
we're all a little tired, I think.
Oh no! So the name of the guild that Trev and I were once a part of in World of Warcraft is Am I Muted?
Oh, gotcha.
And so I did just post the link to the stream in our guild Discord.
Mm,
So I think that we have a couple viewers from there.
gotcha.
And so they'll all know that I was, of course, the best hunter that the guild had ever seen. And the best key tank. And the best discipline priest healer. All right. So what was the damage?
13 damage.
13 damage. All right, cool. So that'll take him down a good grip. And so you see
Good.
so this between this stab and this bolt of radiant energy that you hurl at him, he is starting to look haggard. And you see him like quickly sputtering kind of a prayer to Mirkul, praying for kind of like gifts and undeath and entreats. And you hear this like deep abyssal tongue coming out of Flennis, who the name of this necromancer. And as you are looking into this room, you will see why is it doing this? You will see a body on the table where Flennis was, as they were clearly trying to necrotize something. So next up is I believe Nori.
Excellent. Well,
And your
I'm
attack
going
is made
to...
with advantage because guiding bolt hit.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to follow my very best friend down the hallway.
Did you say very best or berry best?
My very best.
Nice.
I love
Oops,
it.
all berries.
All right. So now I see my nemesis over their hulking shoulder. So I am going to pull out my short bow and give it a shot.
All right, do your thing. So yeah, the target. So you rolled 46 radiant on that, or you rolled D8.
46.
Okay, cool.
And
then I think that's different, isn't it? D8 and 5e.
I don't think so.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, what's your 2 attack with advantage?
So the first roll was a 10 plus 7, and then
Hits.
my second roll was a 16 plus 7. So I think I really landed and I believe, do I also have a sneak attack as well?
Yeah. Yep.
Excellent.
So you get your bow plus your. So stashing her is so okay. I'll narrate this after you do it.
Ooh. So for my short bow, I rolled a 6 plus 3 piercing, so that is 9. And then for my sneak attack, roll again. Ooh, only a 4.
So so as you both run forward, you and Baldrin dive forward into this tunnel after this creature that had just tried to black you out and get you out of the way. And Baldrin hurls this bolt of bright radiant energy, and it buries itself in his back, and you see it kind of hiss as it touches a book that seems to be bound in the flesh of a creature, and it hisses into the creature's skin, and as they're distracted, they turn back to try to throw a spell at Baldrin. You round the corner, drawing a bead directly on the center of where this radiant damage had burned this creature, and you drive it up against the wall. It is completely knocked down. And you have killed this, and we will exit initiative there. Da 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 da. You survived the fireball encounter. Infamous for killing party members. Only killed one. That's 9 for Nori. Count it. Count it.
Count it.
All right, so this is where you find yourself. So back in the last room that you had just come from, it was an altar to Bane up on this wall here. And behind it, you saw someone chained up behind it, but the council had killed them before they had turned around. The stronger of the two enemies that was up on the dais. So there's kind of a corpse hanging there by shackles, a suit of armor, the two creatures, the two kind of marshals that you just killed, and the dead body of this caster that you killed. You see kind of the normal thing like chainmail, shields, weapons on the marshals, and you see kind of the general accoutrement that would go along with a spellcaster sitting on the spellcaster as well. And there's the hallway curves up some stairs to your left, and to you can smell like a slight stink at this distance coming down the hallway, the arc in front of you, and there's also Beldrin, there's a doorway to your right that you see leads to what looks like an empty crypt. What would you like to do?
I do a perception check to sort of listen and see if we hear anything.
Okay. Well, basically, you will hear you hear what did you roll?
24.
And are you're listening?
Yeah, just because you said there's like the archway that we haven't been through in front of me, right?
Yep. So you listen down that hallway and you hear the chitter of a rat. Kind of down that way. You also hear a good amount of like water moving down that way. And then in front of you, down the hallway forward and up, you don't hear much of anything. It has kind of a crypt-like silence.
Okay. Just let everyone know it seems clear ahead if we want to keep going.
Rogan, if this wouldn't be too disruptive, Rogan would sort of like to give Jellica some final farewells. She was although he didn't know her super long, it feels like we're moving on quickly from a deceased party member. And so he just wants to just sort of, although we can't necessarily bring her body with us, he's just going to try and give her some sort of quick either burial or something here, if that's okay.
Absolutely. So you will say your piece. Beldrin will say a quick prayer, and you kind of will mention the ranger goddess that was so close to Jellica's heart, and you will place the 5 arrows in the ceremonial spot, and once you are able, you'll seek out proper burial for her. Anything else you would like to do before you move on?
No, I'm ready after that.
Yep, I'm ready too.
I'd like to look around after the fact, but I think it's more important to see what's further on first.
Okay, which way are you going?
I guess the crypt ahead of us.
The silence?
Yeah, the silent one.
Okay. So remind me, you're a dwarf, so you do have dark vision. So you come up and you see as you get to the top of the stairs, the stairs come to a landing, and there's a long hallway down to your right. And as you look down this hallway, there seems to be frescoes of human cannibalism down this hall.
Beldrin is a beastkin, so he doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, okay. So, you want to spark a torch?
Yeah.
Okay. So you will spark a torch, and that the flickering light will show you that.
Okay.
Do you continue down the hall?
Is everyone coming with me?
Acro will be there with you.
Okay.
Looks
Yeah, I'm
like an
coming
eye.
too.
All right.
Alright.
Then yeah.
So you make your way down, and you see this room is partially collapsed towards the north wall, so you can move your character up the.
This way or
I thought you were going up the stairs.
up the stairs? Okay. The attempted movement collides with walls. There we go.
So, as you can see to the north, if you go all the way in, so
Okay,
you see
yep.
to the north that the wall is partially collapsed.
Mhm.
In front of you is a stone altar with humanoid skulls and bones piled around it. On the top of the altar, there are dozens of half-melted candles made of black wax. All of them are currently unlit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Go a little further in and see if there's
And
anything else, or not really.
You see further down. You see further down that there is there's a staircase leading downwards.
Do you want to carry on forward or head back to the other path first?
As you get further towards this, there's a smell of like a natural gas type smell starts filling your nose.
Hmm.
And you're starting to get the idea that there might be some explosive gas up ahead.
All right. I suggest tracking back then.
Seems wise enough.
I know. At least some of us are a fan of fire magics here.
I was about to say that. I could send a firebolt in that direction.
I would prefer to be out of the room first, I think.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe from a distance.
All right.
All right. So, and you notice like you don't think that it will be like potent enough at this distance, but to like explode. Like you're holding the torch and you feel pretty secure holding the torch where you are.
Mhm.
But yeah. So you make your way back down and you head through the south doorway.
Yeah.
Okay. As you how are you approaching this?
I can go first if everyone wants.
Sure.
Like, move through the spaces intentionally. There we go.
So, you see as you come down into this crypt, it's very plain. You see a little as you enter the room, a rat scurries off into the corner. And you look down this hallway, and it seems to curve off to the left, and it seems to curve downwards. Continuing on.
Continuing on.
All right, so you will make your way down. You'll step back into the foot of water, and you will eventually come to a soggy wooden door that's half inundated with water.
Can we open it?
Sure.
I can't seem to get through. It says attempted movement collides with at least one wall. There we go. Thank you.
So realistic, we're getting photorealistic squeezing here. Squeezing mechanics in this game.
Love it.
I'm just gonna snap Nori to where she is. And so you are in this room. It seems to be supported by 4 crumbling stone pillars. The water sits up to about knee height, but the room otherwise seems like fairly like it's been inundated for a while. There are some frescoes of like there are paintings on the wall of like a noble and his keep of barbarians that protected him. But other than that, there's not a whole lot in this room. There's a hallway that kind of curves, seems to be like hand carved out of the rock poorly down the hall to your right.
I say we keep going.
So, as you push down this hallway, you arrive to the end of it, and you see a sarcophagus with a painting of a berserker on the front of it, holding what looks to be a fearsome axe. But otherwise, it seems to be a sealed tomb. What the heck?
I mean, I guess if there's nothing here, maybe heading back to the room where we fought the necromancer. See if we can find anything in all those books.
The books will take some time to go through. They were all spell books. But what we could do is, remember when we had the choice of the 3 gods? We could go back to that section and choose the last pathway.
True, yeah.
We could also open the sarcophagus.
We could open the sarcophagus.
I vote for the sarcophagus.
I don't like the idea of disturbing the dead, but if I'm outvoted.
I mean, how do we know that there's dead in there? It could be, could be anything.
I suppose I could attempt to detect magic. This will be my last use, though, if I use it now.
How's everyone doing after the battle?
I've taken some damage.
Perhaps a rest at some point?
In
Get
the
back our
sarcophagus
abilities?
room?
Well, maybe not here.
in the soggy sarcophagus room.
Was more thinking of going back to the it's more thinking of going back toward the way we'd already explored, so we know it's clear.
Now we could do that. Are we going to open the sarcophagus or go back?
I suppose we should open it just to say that we've looked at everything.
We can hold attack actions if something in there moves.
Okay. So you kind of all stand around this, and who's standing where as this happens? Beldrin, are you in the room? Are you going to be in the room with them or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Rogan's going to be a little bit back. He's going to have, if possible, could I hold a firebolt as a reaction if something in there comes out and is aggressive?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So you all gather around it, and with your combined strength, 3, 2, 1, and you slide the head of this sarcophagus down, and it clangs and clatters. And you see an empty sarcophagus inside, but a spiritual weapon of kind of a ghostly axe appears and bonks Snorri on the head for 8 bludgeoning
Well, that
damage.
was rude.
Your reaction goes off, Rogan, and you throw a ball of fire at the spectral axe, and it just passes right through it.
Does the spiritual weapon stay?
Yes.
Oh, it's still there. Okay.
And so if you stay there and look at it, it's gonna attack again.
Let's get the heck out of here.
I was gonna say, Akra just like makes a motion to like walk towards the doorway.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So the party, making a quick decision, decides to bolt from the room, back into the room with the four pillars and the frescoes. And as they enter the room with the four pillars, they find that the spiritual weapon is not giving chase.
It must have been defending what was it ever in that, whatever was in that sarcophagus. Did any of you have a chance to catch a glimpse of it?
I didn't see anything but the weapon.
I believe it was empty.
And Nori, who would have gotten the best look at it, also saw empty.
Bummer. What a waste.
Well,
Singed my eyebrow.
anyone who might be down here after us might get a wallop if they go in there. So
Yes.
We can hope.
Yeah, that can be the hope. I wonder if the thing that we were looking for was in that sarcophagus and might be gone.
It's possible.
We
The
needed
dragon.
something to. We needed a treasure of the cult. We're not entirely sure what it was, but
Right.
I agree with Beldrin's analysis that perhaps the rest may be due. Perhaps a little bit more backtracking towards that one area where we retrieved the books from, where I think it's dry back there and we know it's safe.
Okay, so I will move you all back through to where you got the books. So you spend a couple minutes walking. You walk past the dead body of Flennis. You walk past the dead bodies of the two Fists of Bane, their belongings remaining unruffled, and you return to the room where you found the books originally. What would you like to do?
Suppose let's have a rest and then maybe search those that we've taken out already.
Sounds good to me. I know we've searched some of them already. That's where we got some of those books. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
The room that you're in is the one where you found the book.
Where we found the book. Okay, because we had the three, the red book, the brown book, and the reptile hide book, which were all spell books. Yeah.
Rogan will spend some time looking through them during our short rest. We're looking through one of them.
Okay, cool. So you will which book do you want to look through?
The one with the rune.
The one with the rune. Okay, give me 1 second here. As you go through this, you will find that spell book has it has charm person, find familiar, identify, magic missile, and sleep inscribed into its pages.
And these are all first level?
Those are all first level spells.
Charm person, find familiar, and
identify, magic missile, and sleep.
Thank you.
Everybody else, you may roll hit dice. Let me actually look up the Tales of the Valiant short rest rules. Short rest. So we are not playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, if you can believe it. We are playing a new tabletop RPG called Tales of the Valiant. Hence the name of our thing being Tales of the Valiant. So in Tales of the Valiant, a short rest is a downtime at least 1 hour long, where a character does nothing strenuous other than eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds. You can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest, up to your maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to your character's level. For each hit die spent, you add your character's con modifier to it. The character regains hit points equal to the roll. You can decide to spend an additional hit dice after each roll. You do not need to decide all of them at the same time. Okay?
So we add con mod to our hit die?
Each hit die gets con added to it.
Cool.
So that is a little bit different from 5e.
Yep.
Is Rogan still allowed to roll since the reading is a non-strenuous task?
The reading is a non-strenuous task, so yeah, he can still roll.
Okay.
All right. Well, Akra is going to use both of her hit die to try and recover.
Rogan is using one.
Actually,
I'll use one.
yeah, I might only use one because I got max on my hit die, and I don't need to use both.
Cool.
Okay,
So, you will move it along, and so you come back to, everybody kind of recovers from their rest. They're munching down on some snacks, enjoying shaking the sewer water out of their boots, and so you are resting in the room of Mirkul. You have the open hallway that remains unexplored in this 4-directional thing. What would you like to do?
Would you all like to explore the last unexplored hallway and then possibly make our way back to the gas leak smelling place if we can't find anything?
Sure, that sounds good.
sounds
Let's
good.
find the
to me.
treasure
Lorena.
before we blow this place up.
Sorry. What do you say, Max?
Oh, good. Oh, I was just saying, let's find the treasure before we blow this whole place up.
Heck yeah. All right. So we're Indiana Jonesing. So we want to head into that first room. So who wants to lead the walk?
I don't mind leading unless perhaps the thief wants to search for traps. And I don't think we've encountered any yet, but
Not yet.
Yeah, I can lead.
All right. So
First time for everything.
as you look down the hall, Nori, you see a beautiful tapestry about 7 feet tall that depicts a grisly scene of 4 faceless figures ripping apart a 5th figure who seems to be screaming. That's what you see at the end of the hallway. And then you see a passageway curving off to the right.
Oh dear. Can we take some time as a group to inspect that tapestry, see if there's any hidden clues?
Tell me what that would look like.
Well, we all have different skill sets. I am particularly custom with luxury items, so I'd like to get up close and see what it's made out of.
So you get up close, and how are you looking at it? What is it? Are you like touching and feeling? Are you just eye scan? What are you doing?
Well, I'm a sensory creature, so I'd like to use all of my senses. Taste, a little bit of touch, some vision, smell. Really, really get to see what my dwarven nose can pick up about this tapestry.
So you say your dwarven nose, so you immediately
Yeah.
recognize the smell of mold
Ew.
as you approach it. Do you continue to touch it?
Oh
Taste
yeah.
it. You tasted it too?
Oh yeah.
Is that a joke, or are you actually saying yes?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, and so you go and you touch this, and the yellow mold all around it starts to fall around you, and you gain the poison condition.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I actually believe I have resistance to poison somewhere.
You gain the poison condition as you now have mold poisoning.
Team, I think that gas in the other hall came from who else? Anybody else that licked this particular Anybody else have any good history or religion
I am
information?
very good at both history and arcana. I can do a history check real quick. Rogan reads a lot of books. A lot of books. Books are his thing.
So you know that this is Nori, you look to as you're sort of coughing and sputtering from this flood of poison spores. You look back and you see the 3 wooden beams bracing the ceiling of the flooded chamber in front of you, which features a stone altar covered with entrails in the northeast corner. Hanging on the wall above this altar is a 3-foot tall steel mask in the form of a frowning human skull. And you know that you are in the kind of sacred area of Baal. And the rose that is tucked into your lapel is glowing very brightly in this moment.
I may be quite sick, but at least I am beautiful in the light of my rose.
You see that Nori's eyes, Nori's like cheeks are flush, and the radiance of this bright orange rose, glass rose, tucked into her lapel, his lapel, just really brings out the flush. It's like me when I used to drink. There's just so much flush. So you look in and you see to the left there is another kind of curving away.
You gotta let me know so I can mute.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It curves off to the left. Hello, partner Viara. Yep, so that's what you see. The altar. Anything else you would like to do? Nori?
No, I don't think so. My last decision didn't work out so well.
Okay, cool. So you make your way back to the party?
Oh, I thought we came with you.
Oh, okay. So the rest of you would need to make Constitution saving throws if you were with Nori.
Can do that.
Okay, making con saves. Okay.
I got a 9.
Oh,
All right,
no.
you are poisoned.
I
What
got
does
it.
that mean?
You have disadvantage on all checks.
Gotcha. Okay.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you save.
I got a 6.
You fail. You are poisoned.
Is Beldrin would like very carefully take just the tips of his claws to sort of lift the tapestry just to see if there's anything behind it.
And you disturb another bunch of
No!
mold
Oh, no.
spores.
I'm
As
sorry.
you unveil this again, this big splotch of yellow mold.
Before,
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So you think if you were to shake this one more time, you could get yourself like a nice disease infection.
Oh no.
But otherwise, you don't see a whole heck of a lot.
All right.
Rogan responds to the disease tapestry by shooting a firebolt at it.
And so you now have. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw. We're gonna do Fear and Loathing in the Dungeon of the Dead 3, as we've decided to burn the toxic fungus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Got a 15 on that one.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha. Got a 10.
Okay.
17.
All right.
8 for me.
All right. So if you got not only are your attack rolls and ability checks at disadvantage right now, you are also having vivid hallucinations.
Everyone?
As the neurotoxin of this mold is incinerated and creates a hallucinogenic our cloud of smoke, and this steel mask on the wall is terrifying. And so you will gain the frightened condition of the altar of Baal.
Everyone?
If you got a 15 or if you got below a 15, yes.
Good.
Well, in that case, Acra will immediately, still sneezing from all these mold spores, run out of the room.
All right.
And just run away.
Rogan somehow made it through that without being poisoned or hallucinated by sheer luck, possibly because he's an orc. He's gonna go after Akra and try and calm her down.
And you look behind it, and the tapestry, there's nothing behind it as it
Okay.
burns up. It's just a moldy tapestry.
So I suppose this is what we get for being too inquisitive.
If I kill the whole party with poison, does that count for, is that like 12 for Nori?
Does that count for what?
But if I kill the whole party with my messing around with the tapestry, does that go towards my kill count?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Rogan.
All right.
Rogan will have to take. Will have to take half the credit. Because he did decide to burn the the hallucinogens.
You can share credit.
I don't think I want my name on this.
Your name is all over it, King.
Yep.
Oh no.
So, you run back and you try to calm Akra down.
Hey. I don't think Rogan realizes that you're like what's going on because he somehow avoided all of these conditions. He's like, trying to figure out what's going on. Like, hey, it's okay. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry if you care a lot about art pieces. I didn't mean to destroy it.
I feel like if I'm hallucinating a little bit, your face just starts to warp. Rogan's face just starts to warp in unrecognizable ways, and very much like a ferret, Akra is doing that weasel thing where like her mouth is wide open and she's like wiggling in place. No, not yelling, but like just like freaking out right now.
Rogan like tries to reach out a hand and like put it on her shoulder and be like,
"Don't touch me!"
Ah! No touching. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Rogan, you look a bit strange.
Rogan touches his face like, I
Your
Well, we
fingers
walk
like
into the
meld
store.
into your face through the hallucination.
I mean, we're in a sewer right now. I'm not at my best. I'm not Nori. Nori always looks great.
She kind of blinks real hard, and hopefully that at least it gives her a moment of like clarity. I know it's more of a condition, not like a permanent hallucination. So she like blinks a couple times, and then hopefully it allows her to compose herself for a moment, and she just like the statue, the altar.
Rogan looks back down the hall.
Bad. Whatever you did with lighting that tapestry on fire, it's not good.
Oh no! Did you have a vision?
You could say that.
Oh.
And there is no way in hell you are going back in that
Nope.
in that room.
Nope. I suggest we find another way around, if possible.
Well, there's only one route we haven't explored yet.
Then we should go that way.
Okay. Okay. Rogan backs up slowly.
I do want to check the corpse of the necromancer that we just killed.
Okay. So here's what we gotta do. So who was poisoned?
Me.
Nori
Eldrin was poisoned.
Nori and Akra?
Everyone is
Yep.
poisoned except Rogan.
Okay.
Yep.
So the first 6 seconds there will be 2 poison damage to each of you, which Nori is resistant to, so that'll be 1. Make another Constitution saving throw.
So if I'm
like cough it up.
Oh, okay. So I'm taking 2 to start.
Yep.
That would be put me down to 15. Okay. Con save throw. That is a 19.
You safe. You're no
Okay.
longer poisoned.
Eldrin got a 10.
All right. Nori, what did you get?
17, please.
All right, so you will save there. Beldrin, you take 5 poison damage. Make another save.
Okay. That's not a save. That is an 8.
All right. So you see continued coughing. The next round is 2 damage. Make another Constitution saving throw.
All right, that's better. 19.
That will save. So as this sort of like coughing fit, Rogan runs back as his party erupts into a coughing fit as they seem to be like hacking up their lungs, trying to clear whatever is in their chests. And he doesn't. He is like confused as to what's going on because everything's been okay for him. So now that that's resolved, the hallucination fades from Akra.
So am I no longer frightened, or do I still have the frightened?
You are no longer frightened.
No longer frightened. Okay.
Rogan,
The
does
salvia wore off.
Gotcha.
first aid on Baldrin, who has seemed to cough up quite a bit. Beldrin, restore twice hit points equal to twice your con modifier.
Thank you.
And this is a function of the field medic talent, which is a lot like the feats in 5th edition, and that allows you to, once per short rest per creature, give them twice their con modifier in hit points.
But it wasn't enough to save Jellica.
It was not enough to save Jellica. Rest in peace. So back here you are. What would you like to do?
I wanted to search the body of the necromancer.
Okay. You can go ahead on back. Can you tell me, like, are you just giving it a scan over? What are you doing?
Like going through the pockets and everything, checking for hidden pockets and all that.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
21.
All right, so you will find there is a spell book that has a lock on it, or a book that has a lock on it, but you can tell that by the way it's being carried, it seems to be carried like a wizard would carry her spell book. And you will be feeling around, and your hand you'll be kind of like, you'll fall over and like land in oh my gosh, Flennis's hair, and you feel like something sharp kind of dig into your side, and you pull out and you find a key.
Okay.
And so there's a lock on the journal and there's a key. Let me make sure that there's nothing else. There's common clothes, a robe, like a cultist's robe, like a robe of Mirkul, and a flail, just a common flail. Other than that, there's just the book and the key.
Does the key fit the book?
You're looking at it and you think that it's the right size.
All right. Well, I'm not
Careful.
I'm not an arcane caster. If you would like to take a look at this,
Well, I do like books.
I thought you might.
A lot of risks for books. So Rogan will take it and go in for it. But he does recommend everybody stands back, just so we don't have a repeat of the tapestry incident.
Nobody listen. Don't know listen.
So you are going to open the book.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to open the necromancer's book. That's what you're going to do.
Yep, that's what we're doing. Rogan's willing to take many risks for books.
Oh,
Hey, we've already lit a moldy tapestry on fire. You know.
It's not the worst thing we've done yet today.
As you kind of step back into the hall to the morgue where Funness was trying to reanimate a body that's laying on the table there, you pop open the book, and a skull, wisps of black smoke pour out of the book, and a skull appears right before you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
We've
Sh-
been succeeding
just
so far.
all of us, or just the
Nope, just
Rogan.
just Rogan.
just Rogan? Okay.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's a 20 for the night.
Woo!
You are killing saving throws tonight.
I got really good at con saves apparently.
So you feel this curse try to settle over you, and you feel like your wounds from the previous battles begin to fester with a renewed vigor. And then quickly you grab your spell book and you focus your arcane energy, and you drive this necromantic energy out, and the book is yours to do with what you will. You flip through it. It does seem like a spell book.
We're gonna catch them all. We're gonna get all the books. This goes in the book collection.
And so at this point, basically, Rogan has recreated the great libraries of Elturel with a total of 4 books.
It's not enough books. He lost
Everybody
a lot
starts
more.
somewhere.
We have to rebuild after his entire collection got sucked into wherever it got sucked
This is
into.
like a trauma response to his books being destroyed.
We're just gonna have to talk to Rogan eventually. Be like, it's okay. You don't need to take every book off the shelf. It's okay. We
right.
can get through this.
We need every
Can I
book.
interest you in a book insurance plan?
Oh my goodness.
I'm willing to over. I heard book, and you have me hooked. How much would it cost?
Hey, that rhymed.
So
Rogan's hooked on a book.
You will see in the north, in the chamber where you fought, where the 2 dead bodies are floating. One of them is sitting on the 2 are sitting on the altar. One is in shackles. The other is laying on the ground where Akra left them. And one is in the water, not too far away. There is a door that you have not yet opened, and then up in the room with the melted candles, there is another. There's a stairway going down, and you smell the gas getting thicker as you go that way. You don't recognize it as particularly toxic to you. You just acknowledge it. Kind of has that gives you that sense that it might be flammable.
I guess let's check out where we haven't been before we carry on down the smelly hallway.
This is the only hallway we haven't been, except we haven't thoroughly explored where we had all that incident with. We didn't make it past the tapestry, so we didn't fully explore that room.
I don't want to go
That's
back.
the only other room I believe we haven't explored.
Okay, so do you want to open? So there's the stairway down to the smelly gas, and there's the door. Do you want to open the door?
Akra will open the door.
Akra will walk over and will open the door, and smelly gas comes out, and you see a room that seems to be kind of like 2 or 3 feet of water, and then this very thick, potent gas, maybe it's methane gas, is sort of kind of coming out at you. But it seems that the room, you see 2 small wooden pillars to your left, and a wall going to your left, and stairs going upwards on your right as you look into the room.
Rogan, would you like
I don't know
to-
why it's blocking your vision like that.
Kind of like tenderly stepping into the room just to Rogan, Akra would be like, Rogan, would you like to set off this gas, potentially, just to clear it?
Not while we're in the room, but if you would like to leave the room, then I will set it off.
So
Of course.
Beldrin, are you actually going into the room with your torch?
No, he'd like linger in the doorway.
Okay. All right. So we'll say that you're back there looking at your friends.
Okay.
I could shoot a flaming arrow from a distance. I don't know if that gives us.
I can also light fires from a distance. I have a cantrip, so it's up to you if you want to use an arrow on that, or I can set it off. Nori, I know you like to tally up things, and who knows how many kills you could get from this.
Hopefully, no party kills though.
Was
All
just
right.
offering to get some distance.
So
well,
you want to shoot a firebolt into this gassy room?
Well, I don't know, Nori. Are you going to be trying to get some kills, or am I going to do it?
Well, really, I'm outranking the party with kills right now, so I think somebody's going to catch up a little bit. So why don't you go ahead?
Oh, so humble.
Okay.
All right. So Rogan, you step as far back as you can from from the door, and you load a firebolt, and you shoot it through this doorway, and a tremendous explosion goes off, and you hear the splintering of wood beams. And after about 5 or 10 seconds, a big gush of smoke kind of flies out. Whooshes out, and you wait maybe about 10 or 15 more seconds, and the smoke will start to thin, and another 30 seconds, and the smoke will thin even more. And after a few minutes, the smoke seems to be, the room seems to be passable.
Okay. Rogan gives the thumbs up of good to go.
All right. Since Akra opened the door, Akra will lead the charge into the room.
Sounds good.
Beldrin is using a torch, Oxite, so that's why I was like,
Yeah.
Are you sure you're going in that room? Are you sure you're going in that room?
I mean, we are in water, but
when they moved their character, and I was like, you sure though? All right. So so we go forward. So you move into the room.
Beldrin may want to extinguish. Like, we're not. Can we still smell gas?
No.
Okay, never mind.
You smell plenty of smoke. So Beldrin.
all right.
I seem to have duplicated you somehow.
Oh no. Sorry, I wanted to follow Akra in, but there we go.
We're going. We'll say we're going at the same time, right?
Okay.
We're basically on each other's tail because you have the lantern, you are my eyes. So
and you have the longer tail, so.
So
yeah, true.
As you move forward into this space, you see on your right a passageway into another hallway where I don't know what the heck is going on. Oh, you don't have dark vision, Akra, do you?
No, I don't. That's why I'm relying on Beldrin's torch.
That's it. Okay, I was like, what the heck is going on with your character's vision? So you look in here, and you see Rogan. You see further on there is a collapsed wall, and you see the wooden pillars that were holding things up before are all burned out now, and you see a whole bunch of rubble has fallen, and so you all are sort of like stumbling across rubble as you make your way through this room. And as you make your way down this hallway, the rubble kind of spills out down into an inundated hallway. And you see down the hallway about 30 feet, there is a staircase leading up to the left.
While we're walking, can Akra try to keep her eyes out for what maybe was the source of the gas?
You walked through the room, and you can't seem to put. You can make a nature check.
Sure. Okay. Nature's one of the things I'm good at. That's a 20.
On the dice?
Oh, no, that's a 17 plus 3. So 20 total.
Okay. You know that, like, you've dealt with, like, in your time as a Hell Rider, and, you know, in your druidic training, you know that, like, you've gone and you've studied different kinds of fungi, fauna, and flora. And you would know that, you know, sometimes when you dig deep, you can come across pockets of gas.
Mm-hmm.
And you think you're kind of, this seems familiar. Maybe you were in a mine once and studying some kind of fungus that grows in methane. Mm-hmm. And it kind of felt very familiar in that same way.
Gotcha. Awesome. Thank you.
But you see a staircase leading up to your left, about 20 feet ahead, as you walk slowly through the soggy staircase. As you walk through the soggy hallway. Excuse me.
Oh, I see down at the end here.
Yep.
And is that one at the bottom of it too, or no?
That is an unintentional
Got it.
wall drawing error.
I saw nothing.
That is one of the fun things about VTTs is all the little things, like anything, your players will find it. So next up, so you're looking down the hallway, you see it's kind of laid out like a series of crypts. You see there's an entryway. There's 3 entryways, 4 entryways on your right, a door at the end of the hallway, and it seems like 2 alcoves on your left. As you're looking down the hallway, and it seems that the walls are kind of decorated with paintings of nobles and house sigils that are unfamiliar to you as non-residents of Baldur's Gate.
A quick question: did we ever finish like seeing what was up here? It's just not revealed on my map. What's like?
It was more rubble.
Okay, just want to be sure.
Yeah.
I guess let's carry on.
Okay.
I agree.
So as you walk down the hallway, you will see a doorway on your left and a doorway on your right.
Both closed?
Both are closed at this moment.
I vote left.
You go and you touch the left door. You grab it and you try to put some weight into it. It doesn't move. And then you put your shoulder into it and it doesn't move. And it seems like this if this door ever opened, it's been a long time since it has.
All right.
Seems less of a challenge for a mortal and more of a challenge for some sort of demigod.
To the right it is then.
All right.
Is this one open?
And so you go and you push open on this door, and inside, figure out what the heck the name of this thing is here. What the heck? What the heck? All right. Gas buildup. So much of this room has fallen in. You see a partially destroyed crypt and this big mountain of debris sitting on top of it. And the sarcophagus in the center of it, it seems to be picked clean.
Is that all there is here?
That is all you see in this room. And there's like these paintings on the wall of a noble family, again, with a bunch of crests and like you're guessing knowing nobles as you do, apocryphal tales about their heroism.
Well, if it's picked clean, I suppose moving on down the last hallway.
Okay. So you make your way further down. You walk another 10 feet, and there's another two doors on your right and your left.
Try left again.
Left again.
All right, and it's you're starting to get an idea that maybe there was a big cave-in towards the north of this complex, and you are not able to get this door to budge even at all. It seems to be kind of buckling in under the weight of stone on the other side of it.
What could have caused a cave-in? Surely not
Definitely
an explosion
not
of
one
any
explosions.
kind.
No. And to the south there is another door.
Let's give it a try.
Oakley dokley then. So you pop that one open. And you see in it an open sarcophagus standing at the back of this heavy crypt. The stone lid lies ajar.
Step
And
forward
there
and peer
are
in.
frescoes all around of spear-wielding warriors charging across golden plains on horseback.
Beldrin's going to cautiously step forward and peer into the open sarcophagus.
You see some dust and some scattered bones.
Appears to be nothing here.
Well, best not to disturb the dead longer than we need to, right?
Agreed.
All right, you make your way down, and this time the door on the left is just completely caved in. There's no door there anymore at all. There's just a big pile of rubble, and there is a door on your right.
I can guess what will be in there, but I suppose we better try it anyway.
Interesting. Let's see. Pattern recognition. So you swing this door open. I'm assuming you're opening the door?
Yeah.
And you immediately take a hit from a zombie. So you
Had to say something, didn't I?
You take six bludgeoning damage from the zombie, and we will enter initiative.
Right.
Woo!
And this initiative is brought to you by not deleting all the walls on your map. If you're using VTTs, not deleting everything really helps.
18.
Let me roll here. Sorry, you got to give me 1 second. Roll NPCs. Beldrin.
18.
All right. Nori.
11.
Rogan.
4.
You're killing it. Bad with the Acra.
13.
All right, great. Let me get the there's a special Tales of the Valiant zombie. So let me pull that sucker up here.
We love a special Tales of the Valiant zombie.
Special
Marvin
Tales of the
appreciates
Valiant.
somehow not going last.
You know, the realistic outcomes and achievable goals, you know? All right, cool. So top of the order, Beldrin.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay. So now that I'm actually level 2, I will use my turn the profane manifestation of faith.
Okay.
So Beldrin, takes the blow and sort of stumbles back and grasps the holy symbol on his chest, holding it aloft. He says, "Be back, profane creatures,
All right.
in
And
the name
as
of Tempest."
as this lightning seems to cackle from this, what do they have to roll?
Wisdom save.
Okay. So the front 2 are going to save and the back 4 are going to fail.
Right. A turned creature must try to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move into a space within 30 feet of you. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, it can use the dodge action, but it can't take any reactions.
So that will be all that they can do. So you do that. Any bonus actions?
I think that's it for me.
All right, cool. So
Can I
What?
say something to Beldrin?
Sure.
yes.
Okay. I just say, Beldrin, step back, please.
Oh. Good idea. All right.
Okay. So,
All right. Then one of the zombies you see like shuffling away. Akra, it's your turn.
all right. Akra is going to step forward.
Yep.
And then out in front of her in a 15-foot cube, she is going to unleash a thunder wave into the room.
Waving that thunder. Can you read that spell for us?
I can read that spell for you.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? Thunder wave. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out in front of each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you. Must make a con save. On a failed save, creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
All right, cool. So, all of them are gonna fail.
So they will all take, what is it, 2d8. Let's go. As she kind of lets out this thunderous boom that I'm sure will be heard for miles, but you know. That's a 7.
No,
plus-
the explosion was actually very quiet. So,
so that's that's going to be 15 points of thunder damage, and they are all pushed 10 feet away.
So you said within 15 feet?
Within 15 feet. I'm
So-
doing it centered in front of me, so in the room.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, you catch all of them. All right, so they're all knocked back.
And they all take 15 points of thunder damage.
You rolled a 15?
Well, it's 2d8, so I rolled an 8 and a 7.
You just see Baldrin steps forward, right? So after you see kind of this big pile of fur steps back. A modern day fantasy Wookiee steps back from the door after having held this symbol of Tempest aloft, and steps back into the hallway once more, seeing as a zombie reaches out and flails at him. And diving forward, Akra brings up her quarterstaff and drives it into the floor, and just an absolute torrent of viscera just waves over the space as the loudest thunderclap echoes through this entire dungeon. And all of these zombies are dead before they could land more than a hit.
How many zombies was that?
That was 6 zombies in one spell.
Akra will turn around and just say, and just kind of walk into the room.
I elbow Nori and go, 6 for Akra.
It only counts as one.
Oxlight, are you counting? Are you counting?
That's 6 for Akra. I want it
6
on
for
the
Akra.
board.
One spell, 6 for Akra.
Do I get bonus for style points?
I think you get luck for that.
Hell
Oh my gosh, we haven't been tracking luck.
I've been trying to, but like it's on the missed opportunities, right? That's like luck comes from failing rolls typically.
Any failed roll, yeah.
Yeah, I've been
I should
trying to
have
keep
probably
track
5
of it.
then,
All right,
because
so
I had 3 from
I'm
last
gonna-
time.
I'm gonna give everybody four luck right now.
Okay, we got 4 luck.
And just to be sure, do they carry over from last session or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, because everyone has definitely failed 4. Remember, you can expend 3 luck points to give yourself advantage on a roll. You can expend up to your proficiency bonus in luck points to bump up a roll by that number. Cool.
Cool.
All right,
Well,
wiki.
awesome.
So you step into this room after you've painted it red. The Rolling Stones painted it black. Trev paints it red.
Yep.
And you are overwhelmed by the smell. The sarcophagus in this room is shattered up against the wall.
Do I think it was because of my thunder wave that probably did that, or does it seem like it was
extra shattered?
okay? All right, enough.
Shattered plus.
got it. Understood.
Good show, Ari.
Thank you.
Beldrin is pretty hurt, by the way. So
I go over and do first aid on Beldrin while you guys are investigating. Beldrin, that's twice your con modifier.
That will be first aid. That's first aid on Akra and first aid on Beldrin, right?
So I can only do first aid on Nori. And am I allowed to do it on myself?
Nori and yourself. Yep.
Well, you did first aid on Beldrin earlier
Yeah.
in there, right?
But
Yeah,
before it was before the short rest.
Before
Oh, it
the
was
short
before and you get it back on short rest. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yep. All right. So, you do that, and then there is a hallway. There's a door at the end of the hallway here.
I'm assuming there's nothing with the sarcophagus being shattered. There's nothing really in that. Okay.
No, nothing that you see.
Did there look to be anything interesting on the skellies that were obliterated?
There were clothes at one point.
Okay.
But there's
Fair
not
enough.
anymore.
Fair enough.
You said there's a door out of here, or no?
Yep,
Just the
there
one we
is a
came-
door through here.
Oh, the way we came.
Nope, there's a door at the end of the hallway.
But I mean, not in the room with the skellies.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was making sure.
And so as you come forward, you will hear the stomping of boots as a group of Bay Knights charge forward at you. And they heard the thunderclap, and you would have heard just a few seconds after, "Intruders! Intruders!" And you would have heard the clanking of chainmail. And so as who would actually be going into this room first? Because I doubt it's Rogan.
Yeah, sorry.
Get yourself in marching order.
Acro could go in.
I think Beldred would want to hang back because he is still pretty banged up.
So Akra's leading with a Nori on deck, and then Rogan Beldrin.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we are going to go into Initiative.
You got it.
What the heck is going on here? Right. So
My goal tonight is to roll above a 10 for initiative.
Hey, that's a natural 20 for a 21.
Nice.
Akra was a 21 as we quickly exit and re-enter initiative. And they say, "Freeze! Stay where you are! In the name of the dead three!" Except for their New Yorkers. New Yorkers. Freeze! Stay where you are! And then in the name of Ball. Beldrin, what was your initiative?
10.
Rogan?
6.
Well, that is 2 more than last time. And then Nori.
19.
What?
19.
Nori said 19.
Okay. Thank you for picking that up. I appreciate that. All right, so top of the order is Akra.
Okay, do I see these what are they? The Fist of Ball, right, you said? Or are they Fist of Bane?
Yep. And
Fist of
they're
Bane.
also, they're standing there with shields and flails. Some of them are femmes, some of them are masked, and chained up in the wall in this room are the body of a tiefling and the body of a human. They have wounds that are kind of teared open, and you see one of the Fists of Bane seems to have kicked over a bucket that has salt in it.
Okay. How far ahead of them? Ahead of me are they?
They're 10 feet in front of you.
Excellent.
Why do something new when the same thing works?
You know what? Also, I mean, I will say I do have a little bit of beef with this druid spell list, Tales of the Valiant. We're gonna talk about it later. Yeah. If it's not broke, why fix it? I guess we're gonna thunder wave it out in the front. Akra's just like, "You're gonna get it," and then casting Thunderwave, her last spell slot for the day.
All right, and that's con.
A con, please. A con.
And
DC
what's the DC?
13.
Okay, so we have, and then roll me damage, please.
You got it. 2d8. Let's see. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be 11 points of thunder damage, and any of them that fail do get pushed 10 feet away from me.
So you slam 2 of them back into the wall. Wait, what just happened? What the actual heck? Sorry, it just decided it would delete a character. So we just gotta repopulate. hold while we. You know what? Actually, I'm going to resolve this while we're on break. We're going to step away for a minute, let our cast catch their breath, and then we will resolve this epic thunder wave on the other side.
What a cliffhanger.
See you in just a few.
Woo!
See you in just a few minutes.
See ya.
Oh my goodness, we're back. Oh hey. Hi.
Hello again.
So they had come in and they said, "Oh, intruders! Oh God! Bobby, Georgie, Jimmy, come on!" And these, and you hear this clank, 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 clank down the hall. And as kind of hearing this, Acra steps forward, bringing down their quarterstaff once more, and a wave of thunderous energy drives these baddies back against themselves. However, nobody actually moves because nobody has anywhere to move. They all just kind of slam together like an accordion and then spread back out. Next up is, next up will be Nori.
Nori, yes. Excellent. Well, I really like my scout-sized shield. I'm not sure if I want to push past him. I probably can. Do you mind, Acra, if I shove you out of the way?
You couldn't just move through her space.
Well, where is the fun in just moving through their space?
All right, so Nori rudely moves forward, pushes her stoat friend in the back, and steps into the room. Do you move into melee with them, or you stand back?
I'm moving into melee range, please. I would like to pull out my rapier, my excellent skills, and attack him.
And so you see Nori, walking with purpose, pushes her stoat friend to the side with one hand, almost in like rude, almost in a royal flourish. He draws his rapier and assumes the dueling position. En garde! This one right here, he's challenging us to a sword fight, and they got like maces and like a shield, and the one in front of you bangs his mace off his shield and comes and swings down at you. So we have 4 of these go in a row.
Probably was a mistake on my part. I did not look at the turn order.
Cool. So let me figure out how this attack works real quick. All right, they get 1 attack per turn.
You don't get. Did you get an attack on them, Nori?
I haven't.
Oh yeah,
my
do your
attack.
thing. Do your thing.
Oh, good, because I was gonna be really disappointed. I have a 21, please.
Hits.
Yes, I did assume so. Let me roll.
Hey, hopefully you can take 1 out of the bunch. That's 1 less that's going to hit you.
Okay.
I do realize that will put your kill count at 10, which, you know.
Okay, I have 9 damage, and is Acra in 5 feet of this guy? So I can do my.
You don't get sneak attack for this.
No, I don't get a sneak attack. Dang it! All right, only 9.
All eyes on you, Nori.
And so let us see if Nori can.
That was terribly.
Wow, it really just hates me. All right, so we're gonna have that one die. because that's what it did. So you stab it. Nori runs this one through, assumes a dueling position, and runs this first fist through. The other three, maddened by this, you see them start to froth at the mouth. 23 will hit for 11 damage. A 9 will
Yikes.
miss, and a 7 will miss as they run forward here. 1, 2. Let's see, which one is this? Yep, and 3, and they're gonna move like that, and that'll be the end of the run of 3. So as Nori runs this character through, his friends just trample over his corpse and start pounding their maces into Nori. One of them to great effect. The other two, Nori is able to deftly knock their maces away using only the strongest of kung fu fighting. Beldrin, you're up. You're muted.
So
You
yeah,
were muted. You're no
I
longer
got
muted.
it. So he's going to delicately step through his friends. And just kidding. Can I share a space with Akra or no?
No.
So
but you can see this one at the end of the way.
Okay. What about going through like to here?
You would take 2 opportunity attacks.
Okay. So guess just going to here then.
Okay.
Then that changes things. I will use a sacred flame.
All right. Am I rolling Dex or Wisdom?
I believe it's Dex. Let me just check. Yes, Dex.
All right. They will fail.
All right. 1d8 radiant damage. That is an 8.
Woo!
All right. So what worked before is if I just put a 3 in the front and then deleted the back. Hey. I'm learning.
Good job, boss.
Anything as a bonus action?
Nope.
All right. So after this flurry of blows that Nori sustains, Beldrin steps forward, calling down a pillar of radiant flame, and this fist of Bane howls in pain. Hey, what do you got to do that for? What the heck? And Rogan, you're up. You're muted.
Sorry, I was double muted. I was double muted on both my mic and the screen. Unmuted one, but not the other. Rogan is going to stick to a tried and true classic, and he's just gonna firebolt. He's gonna firebolt the guy that's in his direct line of sight.
All right.
Between Akra and Nori.
All right, do the thing.
Okay. That is a spell attack. That is a 17 to hit.
And so as this firebolt careens past the back of Akra's head, after having been burned by this sacred flame, this creature brings their shield up and knocks the bolt away. Would you like to use any of your luck points to adapt the roll?
Yeah, I'd like to add a +1 to that.
All right, and so reaching out and bending fate, Rogan will. You see a brief flicker as this firebolt instead buries itself in the chest of this fist of Bane, and it falls over dead. Next up is our yet unscathed fist of Bane. And they like their chances at fighting less of you at once. So they're going to slide around like that and make an attack. We're not doing flanking because we're not doing optional rules. Does an 18 hit you, Nori?
Yes, it does.
All right, so it'll be another 8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I think I'm no longer in the room, at least mentally.
You've just been knocked out?
Yeah.
And so after having dived forward and given his Inigo Montoya speech, he is just overwhelmed by a flurry of blows and falls to the ground. You hear a boom, 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 as the dwarven body of Nori crumples. Next up is Akra.
Cool. Akra quickly wheeling on these two. She is going to reach out and just grab the this one right here.
Yep.
Or reach out and attempt to grab this one by the neck, charging her hand with a nice, shocking grasp.
All right,
and
make your attack with advantage.
I would say it is with metal, so yeah.
They're all wearing chainmail.
That's going to be a 19.
Does not actually.
No, a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay, that'll be a D8 lightning damage. That's 6 lightning damage.
All right, and you see kind of the wounds are from the original burst of lightning damage are singed by a flood of electricity.
Cool. And then as a bonus action, she's going to quickly reach down and you see these glowing plants start to rise around Nori as she is using her last slot of Nature's Gift to imbue some healing onto her, which will give him 2d4 of healing.
All right, and so Nori, you see yourself, you blink, you're coming back to life, and you have the opportunity to act.
That'll be 2 HP to you, Nori.
You feel you come to, and that you're surrounded once more, but you see the body of the one that fell to you crumpled beneath the feet of another one of his friends.
Thank you, my dear friend. You said I get a chance for an action.
Yep, you get your action, your bonus action. So you stand up, that's half your movement.
Okay. Well, hopefully I fell with rapier still in hand.
Yes, you did.
Probably weakly stab out at some of these offenders.
Okay.
That is a 19.
A 19 hits. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did assume so. Not dead yet.
What was the damage?
8.
When I think
8. And yeah, you run this. You run another Fist of Bane through, and he howls in pain. Tell Suzanne. Tell Suzanne. Bane was I died doing what I loved. All right.
Poor Suzanne.
Anything on a bonus action?
Can I use my sneak attack?
Your sneak attack was your part of your attack.
Was that part of my attack? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, then I should have added more damage.
Oh no, you killed it immediately.
Oh. I mean, there's overkill. But that's fine.
Overkill. We're playing
No, it's okay.
some Pathfinder 2e here.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Trev is shaking. For those of you listening to the podcast edition, Trev is having a reaction now.
If we were doing Pathfinder, I'm off. I'm out.
All right.
Then no, I don't have any more actions.
Cool. So next up is our buddy here. He's gonna swing out at Nori because flanking, and will hit for 5 damage. Knocking Nori back down.
I'll be back.
And then they will slide around this way, and the other one will move to attack and will miss Akra. Or sorry, it's not even his turn yet. Beldrin, it's your turn.
All right. Since I can't really move any further, I'm going to rinse and repeat from last turn. So we're going to do another Sacred Flame on the one here.
That will be an
A Dex save.
11. Does an 11 save?
Nope, 13 is the DC.
Cool.
So, and I'm also going to use my, if I can find it, which I forgot to use last turn, Manifestation of Might. Once per turn, add additional radiant or necrotic damage equal to your proficiency bonus to the damage roll.
Cool beans.
So, let's see what I rolled. Rolled a 7, so that's a 9.
Cool. So
9 damage.
We go forward. So as this round starts, Nori springs back to his feet, giving a twist of the mustache, a flick of the beard, and then a stab of the rapier, driving another one of these creatures down. Quickly, as he puts another notch in his belt, another creature's mace comes, another one of these Fists of Bane's maces, another one of these cultist maces, crumples him into the ground once more. As this happens, Beldrin reaches and grabs their holy symbol, calling down this, invoking Tepus's name, and this beam of radiant energy pours over this creature and makes it sizzle with radiant energy. Rogan, you're up.
Rogan, okay, so how injured do these guys look? Do either of them look bloody?
50-50.
50-50. Rogan has the tried and true thing of magic missile. He can't miss with that, so he's going to send 3 magic missiles at the one that hasn't gone yet.
Okay.
That is 2, 3, 3. So that's 8 points of damage plus
3.
Yep.
So these invisible beads, these somewhat tangible beads of force damage slam into force magic, slam into this creature, blowing open the chainmail on her chest and caving in her chest as she crumples to the ground. She dead. Next up is Akra.
Rogan's going to move.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Rogan's going to move into the room using Scurry so that he doesn't incur a opportunity attack, and then he's going to move to this side of Nori.
Okay. You do that thing. All right, Akra, you're up.
Okay, Akra, just done with this. Again, second verse, same as the first, reaches out, extends a hand, a shocking, graspy hand to this last Fist of Bane.
The kind of drawing a little bit of the natural energy up from the circle of flowers that she had just used to bring her friend back to life. You see her hand begin to cackle with lightning energy. She grabs onto the chainmail on this creature's chest and gives it a shock.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
Oh, that feels bad. That's 1 point of lightning damage. Yeah.
All right, Nori, make a death saving throw for me. Oh wait, we should learn. Let's learn together. Death saving throws and Tales of the Valiant. Death.
I'm getting, like, for some reason, Dora the Explorer vibes of that. Like, what's the death save in Tales of the Valiant? You know?
Can you tell us in chat? Whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, you make a special save called a death save to determine whether you creep closer to death or hang on to life. Roll a d20.
Okay. Google roll a d20. Right, that is a 17.
You succeed. After yeah, it is just the same as regular. Okay, never mind. Yep, same as 5e. So, we will go forward here. The Fist of Bane here is pretty unhappy. I don't know how they ended up there. And they just closed the door, apparently, too. What is going on? All right, so they're here. They are not happy, and they said, Bane will protect us. Bane will protect us in the afterlife. The hells will be our kingdom. That'll be an 18 hit
On whomst?
on you.
On me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
For 5 bludgeoning. As he kind of as he's kind of frothing at the mouth and whacks you over the head with a mace.
All right.
Next up is Beldrin.
All right. Beldrin is actually going to be able to step forward now and have his warhammer in hand against this last cultist.
All right.
Let's see. Can I use 3 luck points to roll with advantage?
Yes.
All right, because I rolled a 7 and I don't like that.
Beldrin
Remember
in the
to take a luck
41st
point
millennium.
for your missed attack. Trev.
I don't think I missed. I hit with it though. It was just 1 point of damage.
It was just disappointing damage.
It was just disappointing damage. Yep.
So does a 12 hit?
A 12 to hit? No.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Nope.
Okay.
And
well,
so you bring
he tries.
as Beldrin runs forward, trying to knock away the mace that came down on Akra's head. The hammer gets tangled up with the mace, and he is unable to get a clean swing. Rogan, it's your turn.
Rogan is going to spend his entire turn stabilizing Nori. Nori, you're up with 1 HP.
Ooh,
All
1
right.
HP.
Back top of the order here, Akra.
Cool. Akra, looking much feistier than before after being whacked on the head, is going to try to fake out with one hand like she's grabbing, and then quickly followed up with actual attack, grabbing them with a shocking grasp in the other hand.
Okay.
So
reaching out with the same right hand, trying to draw that energy. Akra instead grabs the stomach for like a little tickle, but the tickle is cackling with lightning.
Yep, and I am going to burn all 4 of my luck points.
Okay.
To make it a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. Come on, good damage. That's better. 6 points of lightning damage.
All right, and so the wounds on this creature fester even further, and you think that their ability to maintain their connection to this plane is going to be short. Nori, you are back to life after a kind of a stinging poultice fills one of your wounds, and smelling salts fill your nose.
You can't kill me. I'm Nori.
Legally true.
It's in my contract. You can't kill me.
Yes, I signed that before joining all of the table. Well, I assume he'll get to attack if I move away from him.
You would know that he sort of seems stunned by the magic that Akra has driven into him.
Well, then why don't I boot scoot away a little bit, because I'm tired of being the tank.
All right.
Nori, if you go down again, I can just bring you back up. I don't have a cooldown on stabilizing.
Luckily, I have my trusty bow.
So stashing his rapier, he dives backwards, scooting along the floor, and pulls his long bow to his hip, and then draws a bead on the creature, on the cultist. Take your shot.
It's 26.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. And that's with advantage, right? Or no, it's not with advantage, but
Oh
this
no,
is
that
sneak
was
attack.
just the. Oh, I get a sneak attack too. Oh, more damage for
No.
Nori.
Yep.
Or that I get the extra dice. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so I get a second roll. 4, 7. That's 11.
All right, and so first verse same as the second verse same as the first. Nori, another bolt, another arrow, another cultist, another day, another gold piece. This cultist too falls down.
What is that now? 12. That brings Nori to 12 if we're keeping count.
Oxlight, what are we up to for Nori?
13 or 14 for Nori.
Oh my gosh, weekend at Nori's. Yes, please. All right, cool. So you exit initiative. On the wall of this room, chained to the east wall, is the body of a human, and the body of a tiefling. The tiefling seems to be shallowly breathing.
Rogan immediately runs over and does first aid on them.
And so as you are kind of making poultices and your party kind of sits around and licks their wounds, you bring this tiefling back to life, and she says, hello? What do you want from me? I told you. Oh wait, that's not the New York. What do you want from me? I told you everything. And she sort of is shaken back awake, and she's, wait, you're weird looking cultists?
I'm not. I mean, I'm only sort of a cultist, and I'm not associated with these ones.
We are not.
I am terrified by that sentence. Are you going to set me free?
Yes.
Probably.
Very likely.
Most certainly.
And she's strung up like this. So my shoulders hurt something awful. If you could please, and also all of this wounds with salt does not feel great either.
We'll get her down, and then I can try and do more medical treatment on her.
Okay. So you'll take some time and bang on the shackles, and you'll eventually get them busted open. And she'll kind of collapse onto the ground, and she'll say, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I can't say how much I appreciate it."
What did the cultists want with you here?
Oh, they were. I provide an essential service to many of the opulent houses of the city, and they wanted some information about them.
What houses?
And she'll give you she'll say, the house, I think the main one is House Ohun. Ohun.
And what services do you provide for this house?
I only deal in the finest wines and spirits. Not spirits like these Mirkulites do. I mean, liquor.
The cultists wanted you to provide them with liquor?
No, they wanted information about security in these different places.
Did you give it to them? No judgment.
You see the room, and you look around. There's blood spattered, and like salt clearly caked onto her wounds. Her lips are parched dry. She says, "I'm happy I'm alive."
There's no judgment. They clearly put you through it here.
There's no shame in surviving.
What was your name?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. My name is Vendetta.
V for Vendetta.
No, V is my father.
Excuse me, V is my father.
I'm just Vendetta. Vendetta Cress. Do you
How
have any
long-
water?
I have some in my pack, and Rogan takes out his flask and gives it to her.
And she'll just like, bloop, like a kid with a go-gurt. Just take the whole thing. She's like, oh God, thank you so much.
Did you know? And Akra motions to the other figure. It was a tiefling and an orc or a half orc. You said
Human.
a human. Okay, but just motions to them and says, "Did you happen to know this being here?"
Yeah. Poor Fnax. He worked for the Jasso family. He was a trader. They thought that they could get a ransom for him. Not the case.
Interesting.
Do you know how long you've been down here?
No, I have no clue. I really time sort of blends together.
I don't feel that we can rightly let you return home alone.
Well, if is this that there's still more of them here. I heard a door. There's like a grinding stone door that I heard down the hallway a few times. They seem to protect it. I've never been down there. I've only ever been here, but I keep hearing this grinding noise. Sounds like a lever they pull a lever and a door opens.
Perhaps we can escort you out. If you stay towards the back of the party, I'll do my best to keep you safe.
And she'll say, okay, maybe I could hide somewhere.
That would work as well. Would you mind staying? Is there a room? We passed a couple of empty crypts nearby. Although one of them is tainted, the other two seem safe for you to be in, and then we can return for you.
Okay, and she'll go and tuck herself in there.
And Rogan will give her his rations.
All right, and she'll.
Beldrin will give him.
Thank you.
Beldrin will give her his spare mace.
Spare base?
Mace.
Yeah.
Okay. He uses his warhammer, so.
Got it. And she'll sort of pick up a shield and sort of like drag it along as she's nursing this flask of water. And then you see kind of coming up the hallway is this older woman, and she'll say this kind of older half-elf woman. And she's kind of walking up the stairs like with a hobbled cane. And from the edge of the hallway, she goes, "Hello? Is anybody there?"
Like from down this unexplored hallway that we haven't gone down yet?
Yep. And she has like you see like the light of a candle at the bottom of the stairs.
Rogan remains dead silent.
Is that the direction that the tiefling said the guarded door was?
Yes.
I think Beldrin would stay silent as well.
And you hear like kind of like slow and quiet footsteps as this older half-elf woman. She has shoulder length silver hair and a worn face. But as you are looking at her, the rose starts to glow on your lapel, Nori.
Is there a slight... Sorry.
You got cut off there. Max, if you're talking, we cannot hear you.
I haven't said anything yet.
Oh,
I was
okay.
letting Rogan speak.
Go ahead, Rogan.
Is there just a slight window of opportunity for me to do first aid on Nori?
Sure.
Nori,
That'd
that's
be
your
nice.
con ×2.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm now at 3.
So you do that, and then you see this old woman kind of eventually will come to the top of the staircase, and the rose in your lapel is glowing bright orange.
Oh dear. I think we've only seen it glow like a light blue before. This orange color is very new.
No, that it's only ever glowed the orange. But
It's only ever glowed orange. Okay.
You would know that kind of after you'd identified and spent time with it, you know that it only glows in the presence of ball spawn.
Beldrin's gonna like put a paw on Nori's shoulder and be like, sort of try to pull him back.
I mean,
Perhaps-
seeing that. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Perhaps to avoid immediate combat, since we're sort of running out of resources, we do have this rose that technically identifies us as a member of Ball.
And so, hello? Hello? Oh, they took me prisoner. Please help me.
Hail, fellow follower of Baal. Of Baal.
And you see this the spell disguise self drops, and we're rolling initiative.
I was trying to pull Nori back so that they wouldn't be like right in front, the only one that can then fight.
I love being attention.
Oh shit.
That's not
excuse
good.
my language. Oh heck.
All right.
Dang it, I'm gonna die again.
All right, Akra.
7.
Nori.
10.
That's the kind of noise you like. You like when you call for initiative and the whole party's like, shut up. Belgian.
10 as well.
Rogan.
19.
Nice.
Hey, that's a roll above a 10. Let's go. All right. And so the first thing that will happen is as this drops, you feel all of a sudden a cold wave fall over you, Nori. As you feel the kind of as you feel darkness start to surround you, and you feel like it's like needling at your wounds. I want to read something real quick. Okay. They are going to stab out at you with their dagger, and you have vulnerability to piercing damage. The first hit will miss as you knock it away with your rapier. The second will hit. And that'll be 4 piercing damage from the first dagger hit. Sorry, 6 damage from the first dagger hit. And that will knock Nori down, I do believe.
How did I end up in front?
And then stepping over the corpse of Nori, this creature will also try. Oh no, it's just multi-attack. They only get to attack once, so then they will step down the staircase 5 feet. Next up is Rogan.
Rogan is going to attempt to drag Nori back.
All right, make a strength check.
Oh god. Well, I guess I'm really good at saves. That was a 19 minus 1, so that's a 18.
So you are able to grapple and drag Nori back into the room.
Okay. Is that my action?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I'm doing.
All right. Nori, make a death saving throw. Beldrin, you're up.
Let me look at the state of the map here. Beldrin is going to step over
16.
and spare the dying on Nori.
All right. So
it
Nori
is
is stable.
at 0. Yep. And that is an action, so that is my turn.
Akra, you're up.
Cool. Akra is going to go rushing down the hall.
All right. Go ahead.
Here.
And then you see this dark leather hooded figure. His her features are completely obscured by this illusion magic and this dark hood, and they stand there in dark leather armor and 2 daggers in their hands.
Okay. Quick question, because we haven't done this before. So I have a natural weapon, which is my bite, because I am a beastkin.
Mm-hmm.
If I bite, could then I also make an offhand attack with my dagger as well? Kind of like 2-weapon fighting that from 5e.
Let's look this up.
Okay.
2, because I'm pretty sure it has to be a light weapon.
Okay. Well, my dagger would be. I think my dagger is light, so I think.
We're learn about Tales of the Valiant. All right, here we go. 2-weapon fighting. When you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon held in one hand. So the first attack has to be made with a light melee weapon.
Oh.
You can use your bonus action to make a different an attack with a different light melee weapon you hold in the other hand. So if you had 2 daggers.
Well, that's silly. I understand, though. Hold on. Let me just make sure I know the stats of my bite real quick. Just in case. I don't think it is, but just in case. Natural weapon. No. Okay. Yeah, it's just counted. It's an unarmed strike, technically. So, okay. Well, in that case, then we're going to just do a shocking grasp.
All right, great. Do your thing. It is regular. They are wearing leather armor.
Okay.
I do want to remind you that one of you does have a potion of healing. You got it in the clearing with the cultists.
Okay.
I'm not sure who has it, but one of you does.
I think Nori has it.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering.
Nori has all of our stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's also going to be a 24 to hit.
That's gonna hit for sure.
2 points of lightning damage.
All right.
All
right. And so you shock this creature, this being, and they seem barely flapped by it. Do you do anything else?
Nope. I live here
Any
now.
Movement.
I'm not going to take that opportunity attack.
You just hit it with shocking grasp.
Oh, you're right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll backpedal a little bit because I went 15 in, so I'll take another 15 out.
All right, 15, and you dive back behind. You run forward, and then you dive behind Beldrin.
Yep.
All right, cool. So this creature, what they gonna do? What they gonna do?
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing? What the dog doing? Can I pet that dog? All right, they're going to step around the corner here, step forward, and take 2 stabs at Beldrin. First is a 12, that'll miss. Second is a 21.
That hits.
For 9 damage.
Beldrin is down.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty. Next up is Rogan.
Oh dear. Nori's up. Beldrin's down. Rogan from here is going to do some emergency first aid on Beldrin, so Beldrin can go up on 1 HP.
Belgian, you find yourself coming back to life. Any bonus actions?
Nope.
All right. Nori is up as well. Did you bring Nori back, or Nori's just stable?
Oh, Nori's stable. Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, Beldrin. Can I actually stabilize Nori? Over. I'm sorry, Beldrin. Is it okay?
Nori
is stable.
Nori is stable, but
Yes,
they're not conscious.
Okay. I
So
can't.
you can't
do
do your
anything.
first aid thing on it. So you
I
can do the
you
Beldrin
know what?
one.
I could force feed Nori a potion. Would that be a bonus action?
Yeah, I
You
would
could
say
pick
I
my
could.
pocket.
If you want to pick his pockets and find the potion, I'd give that to you as a bonus action, and then an action of driving the potion into his mouth.
Okay. Well, the action I will use on Beldrin in this situation to get Beldrin up with 1 HP, and now I'm pickpocketing Nori for a bonus action.
All right, cool. And you find the potion.
Okay.
It's fairly easy to find. It's kept in a fairly quick to access place for Nori.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nori, you are stable. Beldrin, you come back. You breathe back to life, and you have this creature hovering over you. This visage of murder incarnate.
And is it Beldrin's turn?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. I think it's time for another guiding bolt here.
Okay. I think guiding bolt would be made at disadvantage though, because you are so close.
Gotcha. Okay.
I
suppose just like take a step back so I'm still within melee range, but my friends can come up if they want to and use cure wounds on myself.
Okay. You do that. So you see Beldrin sort of kind of making a calculated move, slides to the right as the creature lashes out with one of its daggers, only clipping off a small amount of fur. Akra, you're up. You have a clear shot at this creature for the second time.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Akra is going to go ahead and pull out and crush some herbs in her palms, and it boils up into this poison globule, and she chucks it as she casts poison spray. So I need a con saving throw from the Reaper of Ball.
Fails.
Okay, that's going to be a d12 of, what is it, poison damage? Right, that would make sense. It's poison spray.
Yes.
Yeah, poison damage. That's an 8.
8. Oh yeah. So that you do a good chunk of damage. They don't necessarily look bloodied, but they look rough.
And I don't have anything else. Yeah, so we're good.
All right, cool. So at the top of the order here, it is the Reaper's turn. Who shall they reap? Who shall they reap? Probably
tries to attract its attention as a volunteer.
Probably Akra is looking like the best target here. First attack goes out. That's a miss. Second attack goes out. That is a 15 hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right, so then that'll be 9 piercing damage.
I'm on 1 HP.
Sorry, your vulnerability to... Is there vulnerability in Tales of the Valiant? Let's take a look. Oh, I just deleted them up. The boss, cool. Love that for me. I say boss, I mean creature. Damage resistance and vulnerability. The damage of the type is doubled against it. So instead of taking... What did I say originally?
You said 9.
Why? 9, so you take 18 damage.
Why would I have... What's causing the vulnerability?
There you feel darkness needling at your wounds.
Interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, then I'm down.
Next up is...
Are you dead, Akra?
No, because it was 18. I still had 10 hit points, so it would only actually be 8 that goes over. So that doesn't exceed my 17 max.
Okay.
Yep. And that's the end of its turn. Rogan, you're up.
Rogan is surrounded by dying friends. Rogan is force feeding Nori the health potion first, I guess. How much would I roll for that?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. That's 2. That's 3. That's 7 HP. Nori, you're up again. And oh god. I can't really do it. That was an action, so that's it for Rogan.
Anything as a bonus action?
Nope.
Not gonna scurry?
Well, I could scurry behind it.
You could scurry out of melee range of it.
I would like to attract attacks because I believe of the friend group I have the most health currently.
Okay.
And I have potential to shield things, so maybe I can take some hits.
Nori, you have found yourself alive once again. Feeling quite tired at this point. Almost as tired as Fenric in Tales of the Concord. Make sure you check it out on our YouTube. If you haven't been interacting in our chat this whole time, we've been doing our best to respond and talk with people. So, hey, make sure that you're here. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you're following. Thank you so much. We love you so much. Nori, in this tense moment, you are on the floor of this torture chamber. This creature is hanging. This shadowy form is hanging over you. Your rapier hangs loosely in your right hand. What do you do?
Well, seeing as we're all about to wipe, I guess I should do my darndest to get a poke on this guy.
All right.
Get that sweet sneak attack damage.
Yeah. That's a 16 plus a 7. That's 22. Can't do math.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
All right. One of you. And one of you. 3, 11. That's 14 damage. With my sneakiness. Oh.
All right, and so kind of standing up briefly, getting back and bloodied, and back in the lunge position. Another stab of the rapier goes through. What was the total damage? Was sneak attack and stab?
It was 14.
Notch that belt, girl! Someone cooked here. Someone cooked.
Yeah, that sneak attack is choice.
And this, you kind of stand up from this, and you drive this. You remember the cultist that when you first entered the clearing just a few weeks ago, that was kind of run from tail to tip with a spear. And you do just about your best the same. It's a diagonal drive, but you do just about the same as you're standing up. And you pull your rapier out, and he falls over like a sock puppet with no hand in it. And we will exit initiative.
Oh, thank goodness, y'all. That was rough.
Rogan did his best as medic.
You did a great job.
Right now, Akra is bleeding out.
Rogan runs over and does first aid on Akra. Akra, you're up with 1 HP.
Okay.
I'm going to make a demand that we at least take a short rest.
Rogan's surprisingly good to go. I
would say, I don't know, or we need to take the longest of long rest very soon, because...
I would really like a long rest. I'm down to 1 spell slot and like 7 HP.
Yeah.
Rogan is pretty...
You could stand watch, Rogan.
I mean, but we could also see what's through that last... We could see what's through that last door, though. There's, Oh,
because that's been going so well for us.
how about...
Hey, there can only be so much dungeon to be had in one dungeon, you know.
Nori, what is your armor class?
Joke's on you, Trev. This is not actually Descent into Avernus. This is Descent into Dungeon of the Dead 3. This is just gonna be forever.
This is just the mega dungeon. I didn't sign up for this.
Just a House of Leaves situation going on over here.
I signed up for demons.
Yeah,
We'll soon, young Padawan. Soon.
Beldrin sits down, just like,
Rogan
no, I'm
offers
not
to
leaving.
Go ahead and mage armors himself, so now he's got like 14 armor, and if he shields, then he'll have a little bit more. So maybe that's enough.
Okay, so the party settles down for a short rest in a torture chamber. The way you do. And scouting ahead is Harmony, is Rogan. So you will go ahead and you will see you'll descend the staircase and you'll see on your left, kind of what, what's her name? Veracity Vendetta, was talking about. On your left, you see kind of like a stone panel that you're able to slide open and pull a lever. And then you see a hallway off to your right as well.
Okay.
Do you go off to the hallway to your right?
I try to go stealthily.
All right, make a stealth check.
That's a 10.
All right. And so as you're looking, the feet of the creature, of the Reaper of the Ball spawn that you were fighting, were coated in blood.
Oh.
As you were like looking at it, and so you see bloody footprints coming towards you.
Oh no.
Not like as in indicating this is where the creature came from.
Okay. Sorry.
The baddie came
Just
from.
another ball spawn is like
Oh, no.
invisibly walking towards you with bloody feet.
No, so all of these doors are open. You come to this hallway and there are 3 doors that seem to lead to 3 crypts. If you haven't figured this out, this is called the Dungeon of the Dead 3.
Okay.
There's 3 crypts. There's 3 crypts here, and then before there were also 3 crypts. And then before that, there were also 3 crypts. There's a total of 9 crypts in the Dungeon of the Dead 3.
Oh.
Look at that, a conspiracy theory here.
Oh.
So which one? You want to go north, middle, or south?
We'll go north first.
All right, north first. So 4 flickering torch. Oh wait, no. 4 flickering torches in wall sconces light this partially collapsed crypt. That's wrong.
This one's the wrong one. I'm sorry.
You're going to the north one?
Yeah.
4 flickering torches and wall sconces illuminate this crypt, the middle of which is occupied by an open stone sarcophagus. The sarcophagus bears no carvings or other ornamentation, but it is full of humanoid skull and bones. 6 dusty bedrolls lie on the floor around it.
Well, it seems empty. He's not doing that. So he's looking ahead to see if there's any particular enemies. This could potentially be a trap. Can I try and detect traps?
You have not heard any living thing.
Okay.
As you've been walking around. It has been silent. You haven't heard a snore. You haven't heard a peep. You haven't heard a rat. You haven't even heard a drip of water.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you want to make a perception check?
Perception. I have very specific advantages. I have advantage on perception and specifically for traps too. So I have double proficiency if I'm looking for traps as a trap maker, and I have advantage on perception. So am I looking for traps or am I just rolling for perception?
You're looking for traps with using a perception check.
Okay, so that is both double proficiency and advantage. He's very good at this. And
this dice rolling ASMR brought to you by Millennium Games of Rochester, New York.
Yes. 16
Please sponsor us.
Plus perception, which is wisdom.
Look at how pretty we are.
Well, 0 times 0 is times 2 is still 0, so that's just a flat 16.
So you notice no traps.
Okay. He's not 100% sure that those bones won't just get up and attack, so he's going to back out and check the next room.
All right, the next room down. This is the partially collapsed one. 4 flickering torches and wall sconces light this partially collapsed crypt. An open sarcophagus, and the bloody footprints are coming from this room.
Oh.
An open sarcophagus in the middle of the area is filled to the rim with blood. The spillage streaking the sides of the sarcophagus and pooling around its base. The sarcophagus lid lies buried under rubble behind it.
Well, Rogan feels pretty confident that whatever it was in this room is dead, so he's going to look around a little closer, see if there's anything to loot.
You don't find anything.
Okay.
It's blood.
He goes back out and to the last crypt.
All right, and you see, this is clearly the altar to Bane. It kind of has that trademark brutality to it. You can tell that people were sleeping in here. It still smells like human body, but there are no bedrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to the room other than the sarcophagus with some rubble scattered around it.
All right, well, I guess he'll look around to see if there's anything worth looting, and then he'll head back to the party.
No, not particularly.
Okay. He'll head back to the group while they're short resting.
Okay.
It seems like, yeah.
Okay, and you know that you're getting into late afternoon, and you know that the bathhouse closes before nightfall.
Gotcha.
So you're putting some things together that it's like you don't have another short rest in you. Another short rest will have some bad consequences for you. As in more cultists coming back.
Should we perhaps take Vendetta with us and find a place to stay for the night?
Probably wise.
Yes, there was only 2 rooms we didn't fully investigate. There was one room filled with bones. I wasn't sure if that would incur an attack, and then we failed to fight a tapestry.
There was also the room where we smelled the gas with the stairs downward.
Yeah, I thought we walked through that room.
We did. It connected,
yeah.
I think.
There's also the secret door.
Oh yeah, the secret door. Right.
Okay.
We could go through that secret door.
Has everyone rolled their hit die?
Oh, I need to do that real quick. 5 plus con. That's 7. Hooray.
Yep, I did that.
All right, cool.
All right.
So you're kind of just like on a basic insight level, like if the cult thinks that someone came in here and cleaned everything, started killing everyone, they're probably not gonna treat this as a safe place to keep things anymore. And so your ability, like, they're gonna move the treasure if you do not finish this out. Like, you're pretty aware that that would be like a natural consequence of what would happen.
So it's find it now or track it down again later.
Yeah.
Find it now, or Molly writes a whole another dungeon.
Oh no. I'd like to try the secret room. I'm sorry, I didn't understand. I thought it was just rubble.
Nope. And so if you go down, you want to pull the lever to the secret room?
Yes.
As you open the door, you hear some fighting up ahead. Maybe about a couple 100 feet away, and I can scoot you over so it goes to the north.
Are we all going together then?
Yeah.
This is after our rest? Okay.
Yep.
You want me to move you over?
Yeah,
Yes, please.
'cause I can't see where we're going here. Thank you.
Could we have said we maybe called Vendetta, or just like Vendetta knows where we're going, so we can regroup and get her back since
Yep.
she's still hiding? Okay.
Yeah, you would have done that during your short rest. And as you've entered this room, there's a collapsed doorway to your right. The rocks kind of slope in on the right, and you hear ahead kind of some splashing and the sound of fighting, and a big mace being swung.
This door right
crushing
here is
armor.
collapsed.
Yep, yeah, it's not there.
Gotcha.
And you see in front of you a series of these stone pillars and another collapsed hallway going forward.
Okay.
And you hear down the hall the sounds of fighting, kind of, and you hear this deep voice. Boss, what's the problem? Why are you doing this to me? Amric sent me here to help, or Thirstwell sent me here to help you. And as you round the corner, Beldrin, you see a large, like a titan of a man, a huge man with half of his face burned off, and the other half is clean shaven. And he seems to be tangling with a creature that seems to be getting the best of him, driving a number of stab wounds into him, and he sort of seems to be bleeding out of a bunch of different places. In the water all around this giant man is the corpses of 5 other cultists. And this cultist runs back upon seeing you, runs back out of sight, leaving, and the large man sort of collapses and is like trying to catch his breath. He says, "Did they send you here to kill me too?"
No, we were.
That depends on who you are.
I'm Mortlock. I'm Mortlock Vandenpur. Well, what do you mean?
Do we know that name, party?
Yes, that's a party. That's his son, isn't he? He's been missing for a few days. The son of the major.
It's the son of the sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that was last session.
We were definitely not sent here to kill you. Would you like some medical aid?
I would like to deal with Vaz first. That's some. Oh, I can't land a hit on him. He's savage.
Okay. I have a magical thing called magic missile. I guarantee I can land a hit.
You say that, but the magic rolls around this cultist like no one's business. I've never dealt with magical wards like he has.
Oh no. Anyone else want?
And so, are you stepping forward towards this large man?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Rogan's interested in offering medical aid.
Okay. So, do you want to give him first aid?
Yeah, if he's willing to accept it.
Sure. He'll say, "Thank you so much." So he'll take 6 additional healing.
Yep.
Did we see which way the cultist went?
North. And you see a staircase going up. That way. You see a staircase to the south that kind of curves around and goes up to a smaller room, and a hallway up and to your right that goes to a location you're not sure, that goes upwards. As a quiet moment falls, you hear prayers being muttered in the next room.
Like up the stairs?
Yep. Up the stairs to the north.
Real quick, before we head up there, Morgan's going to cast Bless on everyone.
Yay.
All right.
So, let's see. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
All right, cool. So that will go off right before you engage.
Yep.
Who are you giving that to?
Let's see, I believe it's up to 3 creatures of my choice, so my party members.
So you're giving it to Nori, Akra, and Rogan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So you all will gain the effect of bless whenever you decide to head up there.
I guess we should probably rush because if they're praying, they could be trying to summon something bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
agreed.
I
I wouldn't hold it all. I wouldn't put it past Vaz. He's one of the worst.
Well, let's make him one of the last.
Well put. And he gets up and kind of brushes off his mace, and we'll get in. So what do you want the order to be here?
I think Beldrin can go first. He's full health now.
Okay.
Akra will follow right behind Beldrin.
Akra, Mortlock will also try to go closer to the front.
Rogan will go after Mortlock. Nori, are you still relatively low?
No, I'm pretty put back together between your healing potion and our short rest.
Okay, then I'll hover in the back then. Be the appropriate long distance wizard.
Okay, so the bless spell will go off, and we will roll initiative. And you know what? I'm not sure that we have time for this tonight. So I think we will start with initiative at the beginning of next session next week. So why don't we have a little chat about Tales of the Valiant and how it's been feeling 3 sessions in. So Trev, have you ever played Druid before in 5e?
Yeah, Druid's actually one of my favorite classes in most like high fantasy systems. So like 5e, Pathfinder, I tend to like go towards Druid. But yeah, I've definitely played Druid before.
And so like with playing Akra versus playing other Druids that you've engaged with in the past, like how has that felt? Like what do you think is like what sticks out to you?
I think right now, I mean, because it's playtest material, I think the biggest thing is kind of the lack of spells, honestly. I feel like, at least in this, like, low-level stage we're at right now, there's a lot of similarities. Like, you know, you've got Shocking Grass, Poison Spray, but there's a lot of, like, non-DPS spells, first-level spells. So, really, I have Thunder Wave, and that's it. And I don't have many spell slots to play around with at a low level, so it's one of those, like, you know, I'm trying to figure out what they want of the Druid in Tales of the Valiant, because I feel like in 5e they made it very much you are kind of like if you want to put it in like the video game like DPS tank support kind of paradigm, they're very like they could be DPS or support a lot of times. And it seems like they're kind of playing more into like the support for at least this playtest material. So,
and I think they hit on that with the alternate uses of wild shape that you have, like the healing flowers and everything.
Yeah, though I was looking, you don't get into that until like I think 1 or 2 levels down the road. Like at level 2, you get your wild shape, but it's only beast shape right now. So I'm doing the standard. You know, though it's interesting because they only give you it once a day currently, so it doesn't scale up like it I think did in 5e. I think you got so many transformations based on your level and like proficiency or something like that. Yeah. So right now, when you first unlock wild shape, it's just once a day, once a long rest, basically. So
all right, wicked. Nori, Max, are you typically a rogue player when you play 5th edition?
No, this is quite a new challenge for me. I thought new rules, new character, just really go all in on the experiment.
So what do you usually mean?
A lot of times I'm a fighter, sometimes cleric. So this is
I've had you at my table as a warlock before.
That's right. I just did a warlock with you as well. I can't believe I forgot that. It was so much fun.
We sacrificed a unicorn together, Max.
We did
A
that together.
unicorn.
I mean, that is something a warlock would do.
So I'm curious. Well, how does it feel to go from fighter and cleric to kind of committing? I think Nori is very full tilt into the rogue thing, down to the shyster behavior and insurance fraud.
Yeah. I wanted to create a character that was like a cross between like Anna Delvey and like Bernie Madoff. Hence why I'm really in on insurance schemes and elucidating my lavish lifestyle. So really trying to work on the narrative and being comfortable with that theater of the mind. In terms of learning the rogue in this system, it's fairly simple. It's not too complex. So I don't know with like Trav, who says maybe there's a lack of spells for an entry level person when it comes to rogues who doesn't understand it. It's at least pretty simple and straightforward and clear.
Cool. Yeah, I was when I sent my original playtest feedback to Kobold Press, who is the author of Tales of the Valiant. Make sure that you check them out. I was like, Rogue feels very powerful, and they're like, well, Rogue is actually one of the least feature heavy classes, is the least changed, and I was like, Sneak Attack is just brutal. Like it's just
Every
so
round.
good.
Yeah, why I'm racking up that kill count is that Sneak Attack.
Anything else you'd like to say before I move on, Max?
No. Thank you for your queries.
Wicked. I'm filled with queries. Speaking of one of my other favorite queries, Viara, what do you think? How is do you typically main a cleric when you play role-playing games?
I do, yeah. Cleric's my favorite class. And
Cool.
I do tend to lean toward like the more combat heavy cleric.
Okay. So what has this cleric felt like in comparison to like starting experiences with other systems?
I feel like a little less like I'm feeling what Trevor's feeling, like a little fewer spells to choose from, so a little less smashy. But I'm hoping that'll change once we get to level 3 and I can choose the war domain and everything.
Yep, this is like a lot of combat for level 2. Usually like level 2 and a lot of modules is like 3 encounters and then that's it. And this dungeon gives you a lot. This is actually an infamous dungeon for how many players it kills. I'm not even kidding. Like
I'm glad we haven't officially lost any yet.
That is incorrect. We did lose one.
That's true. We lost.
True.
Yeah.
But I do like the healing aspect of with the hit dice being able to add the con. That's really helpful.
You feel that felt better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially at low levels. I feel like at high, like honestly, when I short rested it at like level 11, like I'm never spending like all of my hit die. By the time I spend like 5 or 6, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, and then how many times have I short resting on a adventuring day? It just never really comes up for me at those higher levels, and that could be the campaigns that I play in. But cool. Anything else you'd like to say on kind of these first 2 levels of cleric?
I don't think so. I'm excited to see how we do next level.
Cool. So Harmony, are you usually wizard main when you play role-playing games?
I am a relatively new D&D player. I've only been playing for about a year. Okay. I haven't played the same class twice yet. This is my first time doing a wizard.
Okay, so what are you playing right now? What are your other mains right now?
Right now I have a cleric, a monk, a paladin, warlock, and I have a artificer.
Okay. So probably the closest ones there are like cleric and artificer. Mm-hmm. So like are you playing in lower level things like this?
No, cleric is almost level 20.
Okay. And then your artificer is
level 3.
Yeah, and so like that's really when artificer comes online in 5th edition. The mechanist also comes online to a great degree in Tales of Valiant as well. So how does this feel kind of in comparison to your artificer?
The artificer is a lot more of a being of chaos. It's more of a homebrew campaign, and she's gotten up to quite a bit of shenanigans. She is a rather unique character, so her hands are prosthetics. And although I haven't used it yet, there is a familiar I haven't casted, which I need to. But after this dungeon, I'll cast it. Where her hands are very similar, and it's got sort of ranged touch effects, so she can send in. Sorry, I don't use the. I'm not good at blasters. I've never played a blaster before. All of my characters have a tendency to get up close, so I have to learn that.
And so what does it feel like? So like with playing your artificer, with playing these clerics that are kind of more up close and punchy, like how does it feel to switch to a wizard? And like how do you feel about like having this big spell list and all these evocation cantrips that are sort of different?
It's a learning experience. I have to constantly go through my spell list, and then I feel bad about trying to use a spell slot, and I'm like, oh, what if I need it? So I've been, as you all have noticed, I've been defaulting a lot to cantrips, and I've been defaulting a lot to let's just get the party back up.
And I think that that's one of the things, like when I think about how you play Rogan and kind of what Rogan's motivation is like, keep everyone else up in front of me because I do not want to be taking whatever this is.
He's very good at running away. It's very hard to like get him stuck in a corner because of that scurry feature. So,
and like this is like it's like a very mechanically potent build that you put together. Like the field medic, like I realized that I gave you that one because I was just like, I need a talent. What am I going to pick? And it was like either that or combat casting. And I've played so many characters with Warcaster. I'm so bored of that feat. And so I was like, let's try something different. And so like field medic and scurry is just such a wild and potent combination.
Yeah. I can in a hypothetical situation, I can run into fire, get a teammate up that's going to go next in the combat order, and then scurry back out. And I was tempted to do that with Nori before Nori. I was like, well, if I can keep getting Nori up before they go down, then Nori can just do damage, die, and then come back. I'm sorry, Nori.
It's possible that I am misplaying the way death works. I will have to make sure that, that I'm not missing an exhaustion mechanic as we go forward, because I'm sort of just doing my best with my understanding of the rules after only having read the book like 2 or 3 times.
Yes.
So we're really looking forward to continuing this playtest. We're gonna keep going on. This dungeon wraps up soon. They're gonna get a see what happens, see if they survive, what loot will await Nori, what money can he fill his paws with, are there any more books in this place for Rogan to peel through? Will Beldrin ever be able to get the smell of singed fur out of his nose? And really for Akra, will they ever see the light of day again? And those are the kind of the questions that we were going to go into next session with. So we thank you so much for watching this episode of Tales of the Valiant into Avernus. And thank you so much to my cast. They're so awesome for participating in this playtest with us. And we hope that you had so much fun watching, and have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Bye. See you next week.